The last stop. On a cold autumn evening, Vikram, a seasoned commuter, boards the last train of the night. It's a familiar route. He's taken it every evening for years. As he settles into his seat by the window, Vikram notices something strange. The train is unusually empty. He checks his phone, but there's no signal. The doors has shut, and the train pulls away from the station, quiet and eerie. Vikram watches the passing stations, but something feels off. Each platform is dark and deserted. Confused, he looks around the car, realizing there are only two other passengers, a young woman in her 20s, nervously tapping her phone, and an elderly man reading an old book with frayed pages. As the train glides through the night, Vikram notices the stations they pass aren't familiar. The signs are faded, written in a language he can't recognize. His stomach churns with unease, but he shrugs it off. Maybe he's tired, or perhaps there's construction affecting the normal route. The young woman finally catches Vikram's eye. "This doesn't feel right, does it?" she whispers. He nods but forces a reassuring smile. "We'll reach the next station soon. Don't worry." The elderly man chuckles quietly, not looking up from his book. "You always assume there's a next stop," the old man says softly, almost as if talking to himself. The train speeds on, faster and faster, stations becoming a blur. Vikram's heartbeat quickens. "What's going on?" he asks the elderly man, who calmly flips a page. "Don't you know?" the old man replies. "This train only picks up people who left something unresolved." Vikram frowns. "What are you talking about?" "Regrets," the old man says simply. "This is the train for those with regrets they never confronted. We get one ride, and it only stops once." Panic bubbles inside Vikram. He tries to text his wife, but his phone is dead. His mind floods with memories, the apology he never gave, the kindness he withheld, the moments he let slip away. He looks over at the young woman, who's now on the verge of tears. "I should have told him I loved him," she whispers. "Now it's too late." The train begins to slow. Vikram leaps from his seat, his voice trembling. "How do we get off?" he shouts. The elderly man smiles knowingly. "The train stops when you make peace with what's haunting you." Vikram closes his eyes, breathing deeply. He thinks about his wife, the fights they had, the calls he ignored. Regret weighs on him, but so does the hope of making things right. He whispers softly, almost to himself, "I'll do better. I promise." The train screeches to a halt. The young woman gasps as the doors open, revealing a familiar, bustling platform bathed in golden light. Vikram smiles, tears in his eyes. He steps off, back into the real world. As the train pulls away behind him, Vikram watches the elderly man wave goodbye from the window, still riding toward his stop. Moral of the story: every moment counts. Don't let regret be the reason you miss your last stop.